Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network. For the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews, press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the Schmoes know, this is Box Office Breakdown. Information and commentary on weekly movie box office.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Another episode of Box Office Breakdown is beginning. I am JTE. As you can, I think the first thing people are going to notice, we're watching. No Sarah Stratton this week.
Well, that's clear.
She's visiting across the globe. She's in Europe, I believe.
Yeah, she is. She really is, and she can't even call in. She's in Croatia. I mean, this feels like the first episode. This is almost like reminiscent of the first episode we did almost in September of last year, right?
The opening episode where it was like, we need somebody to steer the ship.
Yeah. Per other people's conversations, not ours. We thought it went perfection, but obviously it didn't.
I think we'll have a very good feeling after the show. Why we need Sarah Stratton?
No, maybe you might be right. Well, she wheels it in a little bit and holds us from going off topic. But it's interesting. Some people like when we go off topic for a little bit, and then some people don't.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of music today.
Yeah, we are getting a lot of music.
Let's fade that music out.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then also, we had to play that. Well, Sarah's in Croatia.
Croatia, I'm not great at geography. Where is that exactly?
It's in
Europe.
It's in like Lithuania or something.
Were we at war with Croatia? I feel like Rocky fought somebody from Croatia at some point.
Tony Kukoc was Croatian from the old Bulls team.
Oh, that's right. And I saw ESPN 30 for 30 about him.
Then there was something else about a couple of other Croatians.
If you're from Croatia, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Well, Sarah's got she's brought that booty shirt with her.
No, really?
Yeah, but she can't call because they're on like a different time zone. Like when you were in Vietnam, you were like close to the time zone here.
I don't know where I was in Vietnam, but the time zone was all over the place.
Yes, obviously.
All right, guys. So we're going to do our best here without Sarah Stratton. We're going to keep the numbers coming and try to keep this thing from derailing.
And we'll take some fan
you know what?
questions.
I actually have the laptop in front of me for the first time here. I'm actually going to be looking at the chat board here. Some guy said Sausage Fest 2015.
Hey, sometimes that has to work.
Listen.
Can't have chicks all the time.
I know. I mean, I wish Sarah was here too, but what can we do? We got to do what we got to do.
It's going to be fun.
All right, so we're going for the weekend numbers. Let's break this down. Let's go right into a Finstock. Number 5 this week was Unfriended with $6.2 million.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, you know what, though? I mean, this movie was made in a day. The budget was so small. I actually got to see this on Tuesday. It was okay. Not a scary movie whatsoever, in my opinion, but very entertaining.
I mean, 61% drop on this movie for a decent Rotten Tomato score.
Horror, though? Horror movies do that a lot.
They do, but this is a big one. I thought this would definitely. I mean, I was wrong. I was only 1 of 5 this week after going 5 for 5, 3 weeks in a row. But this one, I had this at number 4, and it couldn't beat Home, which is very rare. I don't know. It's crazy.
Home has been just staying, and number 4 is Home with $8.3 million. This thing is not going away. No. This thing has been in the top 5 for I feel like a month and a half at least.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, there's nothing else there. I mean, Paul Blart's for a little older audience, but I mean, only a 22% drop. The theater droppage is not big either. It only dropped like about 300 theaters.
I mean, Paul Blart doesn't really feel like a kid's movie to me when you see the trailers. It feels like that Adam Sandler.
It's a teenager. It's a movie for slow people.
It's like for middle school kids who don't know what's funny yet.
It's for middle school kids who can't even talk yet.
The reason why Home's doing so good, nothing else to compete with except for number 9 this week was Monkey Kingdom, $3.5 million. I mean, that's
disappointing for them.
I think, this would have been out of the top 10 if it wasn't for the show. I think we pushed it a little bit. You
know what? I think we got it, yeah. I mean, it dropped 1,000 theaters. That's a lot of theaters droppage.
I had a few people actually tweet me saying, I'm going to go see Facebook Kingdom. They even put it on our Facebook.
I know there's a couple of memes and things like that. I mean, hey, what are you going to do?
Number 3, Age of Adeline with $13.3 million. I have no interest in seeing this movie. From most people that I know have seen it, didn't really like it.
Look, it wasn't a...
But it's a chick flick. And
it's a chick flick. It was a great weekend to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because, look, it's sandwiched in between The Avengers, obviously, it's coming out next week, and Furious in the 4th weekend. It wasn't this movie will make the money here. It'll make money throughout the week, and then it'll get the doors blown off, just like everything else will when Avengers comes out.
And this was like Blake Lively's first starring movie, like where she kind of headlined the film, and that's going to tie into our top 5 this week, which is top 5 Blake Lively films.
Yes.
She's been in a lot of good to bad movies.
You know, she has a very limited career. It's only like 7 or 8 movies tops.
That's true. I mean, one of her movies is one of the biggest box office flops in recent memories, and I can't wait to get into that movie because I hate it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Number 2 at $15.5 million is Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Amazing hold.
Really? It was amazing hold? I mean, yeah, it only fell 35%.
That's amazing. I was expecting this thing to do in the low single digits, 7 or 8. For this to do 15 in a second week, Universal, I mean, Sony's got to be jumping up and down.
I mean, Kevin James, it's no matter how bad the movies is, I don't blame him for these movies. Like, he's funny. He's a likable character. Even the trailer, even though I thought it looked like crap, I still like Kevin James. It's hard not to like the guy.
He's just that lovable guy, you know. He's
he
great in King of Queens, and you know he gets hot chicks. He's married to a hot chick.
Yes, he's married to an Asian girl, very attractive.
Yeah, he met her on the set of King of Queens.
Did he really?
Yeah, she was like an extra.
Wow.
He had a like nice little fetish for extras on there. I heard he hooked up with my friend Helen the one time.
That happens, you know. It's one thing when a guy picks up a girl like that, but then there's those stories like Jessica Alba married a guy who was like a PA on a movie she was working on.
Yeah.
That is the jackpot.
But he was a rich guy anyway, though.
Was he rich, really?
Yeah, he went to like Crossroads with Baron Davis and over in Santa Monica. He was just like, hey, I'm going to be a PA. I'm going to get a hot chick. I got a lot of money anyway.
And he pulled Jessica Alba.
Yeah,
well, now that
Cash.
makes more sense. Because I was like, man, that's hitting the jackpot right there, money-wise.
So Alyssa Milano, same thing. Alyssa Milano, all these cats. Scarlett Johansson was dating Mariah Carey. They were all dating these PAs.
Jennifer Lopez made a career of it. She was like dating her background dancers.
Every single one of them. I mean, it was unbelievable.
If only I had the dancing skills to be a background dancer for J-Lo.
Well, no one could pull the Scott Baio and Willie Ames on the set of Charles in Charge.
Yeah.
They were banned from the extras.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, banned from the extras.
I used to love that show.
They were Scott Baio was unbelievable. Those guys would do like, you know, they'd invite all the extras into their trailer, do drugs and stuff like that, and they were like, Scott and Willie, you got to stop this.
Is it true they came up with the idea for Zapped while they were high one day in the valley?
No, absolutely. Actually,
Zapped, by the way, guys, Zapped is a great 80s movie about a guy.
I got a poster in my house.
Yeah, he has a poster in his house. It's like basically you have the powers of kind of like the Force.
You get telekinesis.
But you use it only to like lift girls' skirts.
Yeah, and smoke marijuana and like mix good drugs and stuff. It's amazing stuff.
That's what like a teenager would do with those powers.
Oh man, if I could have one superpower, it would be telekinesis, no question. That or X-ray vision.
X-ray vision would be good.
But telekinesis is just like you look at a chick and like everything pops off. That's hot. It's super hot. Jesus, that's great stuff.
The best.
Yeah, it's the best.
Let's talk about number 1. Furious 7. Again, number 1. No surprise here.
Yes.
18.2 million.
That prediction worked. 4 weeks in a row. I told you this thing was going to knock it out.
I mean, like I said, we all know it's not going to be number 1 this weekend, but we'll get into it in a minute. Internationally, it's destroying. It's destroying here domestically. They've already announced Fast 8 for 2017.
Yep.
So we're 2 years away from that.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't be surprised if this gets a Best Picture nod.
Vin Diesel, I know Vin Diesel wants that Best Picture nod. It's not happening.
If this keeps doing that money, it's number 4 in the world right now. It's gonna pass up Harry Potter this week. Here's
the thing though, like when you look at movies like Avatar, who got some Oscar nominations, there's a lot of. You got James Cameron at the helm. You have a director who's made a Best Picture nominee before.
Yeah.
When something makes this much money, for it to have any chance at a Best Picture, it has to have some depth.
Yeah, but the Paul Walker stuff, they love that stuff.
So what, you think he's gonna get like nominated for Best Supporting?
I don't know if he'll get that, but this might get that nod for something.
I don't think so. Some guys here said Zapped is a great guilty pleasure movie. There's nothing guilty about that movie.
No, that's my top 5 all time. One of my top 5 all times.
Oh, man. All right, guys. So that was the top 5. The only other thing I want to mention is Ex Machina or Mas Vagina.
Yes, I've seen it.
Oh, you saw it?
Dude.
Number 6.
I love this movie. It was Transcendence done right.
Yes.
This
and
AI
Chappie.
playing God thing. Yeah, but this was a little more than that. Oscar Isaac's a fantastic actor. He's gonna.
So good.
Whatever he's doing in Star Wars is gonna smash.
He's cast in Star Wars, and he's playing the villain in the next X-Men film, Apocalypse.
He's got that young Pacino vibe.
Yes,
man. He's really good.
And I hear the movie he did called The Most Violent Year. A lot of people were comparing him to Pacino, a young Pacino in that movie.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it. I really need to check it out.
Pacino was the best when he was younger. Now his hair is out of control. He has no idea what he's doing anymore. Although Danny Collins might be all right.
I love Serpico because his hair goes from one end of the spectrum to the other.
I was looking like Serpico all last year.
Well, you see Copster lately? Copster looks like he's beyond
but that
Serpico.
guy, he could grow a beard in like 2 seconds. Copster wakes up, shaves, and like by 2 o'clock in the afternoon while he's eating lunch, has a full beard.
It's true. That's the only other thing I really want to mention. Woman in Gold is at number 10, which is not bad.
No, hey, that's over $20 million right now.
Yeah.
That's a hit for the Weinstein Company, especially when it was buried.
Yeah, and that's really all there's worth mentioning. Again, guys, this weekend is everything is just gonna drop off so much.
No, it's a complete disaster.
I just don't. The Avengers hits every quadrant. Everything from a child to a grown adult is gonna want to go see Avengers this weekend.
Correct.
So all these movies. Listen, you had your chance to make some money. It's all going away.
Yeah, it's done.
All right, guys, let's go to international numbers. Let's see. Let's start with the movie that's opening here in the U.S. actually already opened overseas. Avengers: Age of Ultron opened $201.2 million overseas, according to Disney. It was up 44% on the first Avengers movie and up 24% on Iron Man 3. $201 million. And
that's a lot of money.
And we're not even talking about
the big one.
The big red machine.
Yeah, the big red machine.
Big red machine, China.
It didn't even open there yet. It's going to do 200 in one day. If Furious did 70 in one day, this could do 90 in one day. This could do 90 million in one day.
Yeah, so there are a handful of other major territories, just like we're saying. Spain, Mexico next weekend. China, which is sure to be the movie's biggest market, but doesn't open until May 12th. So it has some time to make some money.
Well, that's where Fast and Furious is still going to make some money.
Yes, of course. The first Avengers earned over $86 million, which was a massive result 3 years ago. With the way the market has changed since the years, it's hard to imagine Age of Ultron making anything less than $200 million.
I would agree. It made, I think it was like 7 point something in Korea. Then Russia made a ton of money. Australia made a ton of money. This movie is just going to smash. It's going to be over the $1 billion in 2 weeks.
Listen, there's not a weak link in the chain.
Have you seen this movie?
Of movies? No, I'm like one of the few people who hasn't seen this movie.
You're one of the few schmoes.
One of the few schmoes who hasn't seen this movie. Cody beat me in a challenge to go see it with Christian, which was...
Well, he's been working really hard.
He has.
And he needed some food. He had to go eat the popcorn over there for free because he hasn't been eating a lot.
He didn't eat enough. If
that weighs like 90 pounds.
Soaking wet.
Yeah.
And yeah, Christian, Mark saw it. Alicia saw it. Scott Mann saw it. I've talked to everybody. I've talked to everyone who's seen it, and I have a feeling for what I'm to expect, but I haven't got any details. I want to go in spoiler free.
And I don't think it's going to be as good as the first one.
That's what a lot of people are saying, because when you have that first team up the first time, you can't really recapture that magic. It's the first time thing. But I'm really hoping with the serious tone that what this one's going for, I want it to feel different. I don't want it to feel just like the first movie.
Of course.
And I've heard mixed things about both of that.
No, it's like having sex with a chick. You know, the first time you do it, you like pull out all the stops because you don't know if you're ever going to do it again.
Yeah, but and also, okay.
That's what you have to tell girls sometimes. You got to be like, hey, look, we're never going to rekindle the magic that we had on the first night. Yeah, so it's a great way to turn, to be like, hey, we just had a great time. It's never going to happen
again.
And
no matter how hard you try later to recapture that passion, you get close.
Yeah,
but it's never the same.
Well, that's why you got to add different kind of like, alcohol and other things related into it.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of China, Fast 7 passed Transformers Age of Extinction to become the highest grossing movie ever this weekend. Through 15 days, it's earned a remarkable $323 million and could be on its way to $400 million before the end of its run.
That's unbelievable. They got so much, they're printing money over there in China. China's Disney.
It is Disney.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Do they own Disney? They might own Disney soon.
They probably provide Disney with all their furniture and food and stuff like that.
Fast 7, like we were just saying, it's just making so much damn money. Overall, Fear 7 adds $69.7 million million this weekend to bring its international total to over $1 billion. The only other two movies to reach this milestone are Titanic and Avatar. How is this? I don't understand it.
It's almost like we're living in a fantasy world. I'm waking up and seeing these numbers, and I'm like, is this for real? I'm
convinced Vin Diesel, while they were shooting in the desert for Fast 7, came across a genie bottle.
Yes.
Rubbed over his head. And the genie was like, what do you want? Yeah. $1 billion
in China
franchise.
Alone. Yeah, in China alone. He might get that.
So
I'm telling you that everybody's going to be named Vin Diesel over there.
Yeah, Toretto.
Yeah, you're going to meet, instead of Chinese guys named Glenn, you're going to be they're going to be Dom now.
I wonder if it's going to help the American car industry, because maybe China's going to want to start getting imported American cars like Vin Diesel.
No way. They got their own business. They got their own business over there.
All right. Furious 7 now ranks 5th all-time worldwide with 1.32 billion. It will move up to 4th place ahead of Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 by the end of the week.
That's unbelievable. I mean, Harry Potter's like over 7 billion or something like that, all of them together. Yeah. But
do you think Avengers? I mean, this. If you're Disney, you're licking your chops because if this is doing that good, Avengers got to be doing better than this.
I don't know. You really, I don't know. I mean, you don't know. This is making so much money. I don't know if Avengers is going to be able to beat this, and if it does, it won't beat it by much. There's only so much money you could go around.
It's gonna be, yeah, I know. In May, look at some of the other movies that are coming out in May, like Mad Max, and there's a few comedies coming out. The Fast Furious, I think, definitely benefit from having no competition. There's been nothing these last 4 weeks to even come close to Fast.
Absolutely
Furious.
Nothing. Correct. You're 100% right.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the international numbers. Let's get into our favorite game, the international title game. Hit it, Mark.
Break out the Rosetta Stone, because it's time for the international title game.
Al esfuerzo y al heroísmo de una revolución no los queremos.
Yes.
Sarah loves that.
I feel bad for Sarah not being here to see that.
Well, now she's in Croatia watching.
Is she? I hope she is.
Well, maybe.
She might be.
Probably gets on like some kind of weird feed. Maybe she's watching on Periscope.
Oh, there you go.
No, she doesn't have it.
She doesn't have anything.
No. She's got stuff, but not anything social media related.
All right, guys. Okay. So Mark is our new engineer this week.
Yes.
Say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, that's a classic.
That is a good classic.
That's a classic joke.
Terrible joke.
Classic terrible joke. So explain this game to Mark and the listeners in case they haven't heard it before.
Yes, it's is that in there?
Got a little feedback.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So basically, it's a foreign movie title game for foreign titles for American movies. I make up 1 that's false, and 3 are hard to believe but real.
But true.
But true, absolutely true in the People's Republic of the best place in the nation.
The Big
China.
Red Machine.
Yes. Pete Rose.
Yes.
Joe Morgan.
And China.
Ned Isakoff.
Are they all China this week?
Come on. Of course they are.
Yes.
Ever since I found that website, it's been the highlight of my life.
All right, here we go. So, Mark, you got the rules down?
I got the rules.
All right, hit us, Finn.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom.
That's all good. Earth Girls Are Easy. The Jeff Goldblum classic.
Of course. Jim Carrey, Damon Wayans.
Yes. The Earth is full of submissive girls.
The Earth is full of submissive girls.
Yes.
Okay.
All About the Benjamins.
Oh.
The Ice Cube Mike Epps movie.
Yeah.
Euros. Or gyros.
I don't know.
Gyros. The food. What's the food called? Gyros. Gyros.
Euros, I thought was a currency.
Yeah, it is.
No,
yeah, it is a currency.
Euros versus Euros.
Euros.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go.
It's the gyro, whatever.
That makes sense.
Call it gyro. I'm from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Gyros. 2 lines, please.
What? Okay.
Bizarre.
Bizarre. Keep going.
Janky Promoters. Another Ice Cube classic.
Janky Promoters?
Yeah, they were like...
I've never heard of that.
It was like Ice Cube was like some shitty like club hip-hop promoter with like Young Jeezy in it. My buddy Dave Heavenstreet produced it.
Okay.
Didn't make any money for him. Sorry.
Obviously.
Janky Promoters. Black, comma, Propaganda, Great Escape.
Wow. Okay. They love the black over
Yeah. Triple X, State of the Union.
Oh, horrible movie.
That's the Ice Cube
Ice
movie.
Cube one. Ice
These
Cube's
are
all
all
over.
Ice Cube movies,
Yeah,
except
they're all Ice
for
Cube
the
movies. Is
except
his
for the Earth
birthday?
Girls Are Easy.
What's happening here?
Well, it's.
All right, good.
I went on a little.
Ice Cube. I
went on-
like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black cinema. Restricted Men 2. Extreme Douchey.
What movie was that again?
Triple X State of the Union.
State of the Union?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Triple douchey?
Yeah, triple douchey.
That's got to be fake.
No, it's spelled D-U-C-H-Y. Douchey. Douchey.
See, I don't know what the language translation is there, so
It's
something
probably
could be
extreme
off.
douchey.
Extremely douchey.
Extremely douchey.
That could describe the first movie too.
That's true. So Earth Girls Are Easy.
Okay, yeah. Repeat
The
it one more
Earth
time.
is full of submissive girls. Mm-hmm. All About the Benjamins. Yairo. 2 Lines, Please. Janky Promoters. Black, Propaganda Great Escape. Triple X State of the Union. Restricted. Men 2. Extreme Douchey.
Oh man, I'm gonna let the new guy go here first. Mark, what do you think's the fake one?
Why?
Because I can't decide.
I couldn't imagine there being any sort of an international release for Earth Girls Are Easy. That totally threw me off guard. What was the second one again?
Gyros. 2 Lines, Please.
And but what was the movie that was for?
All About the Benjamins?
All About the Benjamin?
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's that one. I'm gonna say that's.
Okay.
I can't believe.
I gotta go with number 4. That douchey line just throwing me off. I can't see that being.
No.
I can't see that being right.
That's true.
Are you serious?
Yeah. The fake one
What?
is Janky Promoters.
Damn it!
Yes.
The movie I never heard of.
Yeah, that's how
That's
you
the
got
problem.
us.
Yes, it's
Damn
called it's Black, Propaganda Great Escape. It's black something, but it's not that. But
All right, well,
yeah,
you got us this week.
The
dude.
one that got me crazy 2 weeks in a row. I've got you.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row. That's
All
right.
About the Benjamins. I would have went with this one too because Gyro's 2 Lines, Please. What are they talking about? I guess like 2 lines in a club or something like good, like VIP. I don't know, but why would they put gyros?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Unless that's another word for like low budget. Yeah, it's the lamb thing with the cucumbers.
No idea.
They sell them in Mediterranean places.
No idea. Still, I have no idea.
That's what the Benjamins are all about.
I guess so.
They are.
Jeez.
Gyros.
All right, guys. Well, that was international title game. 2 weeks in a row. I was on a roll for a while.
you
Right? I
were.
hit like 4 or 5.
I've stepped up the game now. Once
stepped
I
it
throw
up.
black cinema into the mix, everybody's going to lose.
China.
It's not going to happen. Yeah.
That Medea one a couple weeks ago was tough.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough one.
all
Next
right.
week, it's going to be
What?
Keenan Ivory Wayne movies.
Nice. All right. I can't wait to see I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. What was
yeah.
it called?
I'm going to get you
I'm
sucker.
Gonna Get You Sucker.
It's going to be amazing. I have it.
All right, guys. So let's get to the top 5 grossing Blake Lively movies. That's the tie-in with Blake Lively had the newest movie that made the most money this week. So we made this list.
Yes.
It should be interesting.
Because
Number
Fast and Furious was 4 weeks in a row, and we can't talk about the Fast and Furious 4 weeks in a row.
We could have done the whole
And then
cast,
do
I
who
guess.
had
But
best bald head in a movie. I mean, and do.
all right, guys. So number 5 in 2012, the Oliver Stone film Savages made $50 million. Mm-hmm. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's probably, I can't see the budget on the movie being that huge. I saw this movie not that long ago, actually, and I saw the director's cut, so I don't know how different it was from theatrical.
Oliver Stone movies are always, the director's cut is always different than what they give him because he's always vetoed.
True, very true. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't love the movie. I liked it.
It was a little miscast.
It was one of Oliver Stone's better films in his past few years, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's not what he used to be anymore.
Yeah, Wall Street 2 was not good.
No.
I don't even remember what the last movie he did. Was it Savages?
I think it might have been,
I think it might have been. I didn't like. W was okay, but yeah, it's a good movie. Salma Hayek looks amazing in it.
Yeah. She's
Unbelievable. The
Jesus Christmas.
best. I saw her at Comic-Con last year, and
I was in her car the other day.
shut up. But yeah, so Savages. Did you see this movie?
I did. I mean, there's a little known fact about it.
Okay.
Benicio del Toro's in it, obviously.
Of course, he's great in it too.
You know, his nickname in high school was Dark Circle Under the Eye del Toro.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm serious.
That is not true.
Yeah, he had dark circles under his eyes since like 4th grade. And he's like, look, this is what's going to happen. This is how I look. And it's sort of his trademark now.
Well, I remember the first movie I saw him was Usual Suspects. He definitely had it then.
He has it forever.
Is it just like something he...
Yeah.
Like, what's the deal with it? But that's not even a catchy nickname.
dark circle under the eye.
It's just describing.
Sounds like a villain in like in like the Avengers or something. Look out, dark circle's coming.
Dark circle. That could be the new villain in the new Doctor Strange movie.
It could be dark circle under the eye, Del Toro.
So,
you know what he also has is he's an avid oil painter.
Is he really?
But guess who else is?
Oh, Stallone. Stallone's.
He goes to Stallone's house.
Shut up.
Yes, and they paint
really?
and they paint together. Yeah.
Wow, those two hanging out together. I don't think. Wow.
I'd love to see what the oil paintings look like at their house. Boy, it'd be a fly on the wall what they're doing over there.
Be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, they probably work out for a little bit. Then they do some oil painting. Then they probably scroll to like porn. It's the best. I wish I was over there. Frank's probably over there. I'm gonna ask Frank.
All right, number 4, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. About $50 million. I've never seen The Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
My company did them both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now,
I was part of both of those movies.
It obviously was a hit because I'm going to say it right now. Number 3 was Sister of the Traveling Pants 2.
Hey, they both made 50. They made us money.
They both made about $50 million. The difference is like a few $100,000 between the two. I didn't know Blake Lively was even in this movie. She plays one of the girls apparently.
She and her dad is in it. Her dad was the dad. In it. Her dad.
Okay.
Her dad was the dad in the movie. And she auditioned. It was her first movie.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Who else was in this guy? I know the girl from Ugly Betty.
America Ferrara.
Yeah.
There's a little known fact in Sister of the Traveling Pants. There's one pair of pants that got floated around. And the thing was, America Ferrara is so curvaceous that they had to get a special pair because it didn't fit her around her thighs and hips.
Makes sense because, they're obviously different. That way, so because I never seen the movie, is it literally girls that like share a pair of pants and send them to each other?
Yeah, they like make a pact to like do these pants and they like do like some puffy paint on them and other things and they wear them and like magical things happen, but not really magical things. Like just like it keeps them together.
What are you talking about?
Like fake magic.
What is this movie about?
Best tagline ever.
Yeah.
I totally want to see it now.
Yeah. So so it's about a girl sharing pants. I mean,
yeah,
this is something a girls would do.
It's like the
guys
sister
would never do this.
No.
What would a guy? If a guy was to do something like this, what would it be? A gun?
I mean, maybe just passing around a chick. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure.
Eskimo Brothers?
Yeah, maybe something along those lines, or like Blood Brothers or something.
That's a
I wouldn't wear no dude's pants. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah,
I
maybe a pair
agree.
of shoes or something.
If you guys are listening to this, message or comment below on the video.
Yeah.
What would be the equivalent of I guess it would
maybe a pair of Gucci loafers or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a bandana.
Yeah, or a real doll.
A real doll.
A real doll would be cool.
Wait, what do you mean by the real doll? Are you talking about what I think you mean?
Yeah, like a real doll, like Laws in a real doll.
Okay.
Just pass it around.
Just pass it around.
And it'd be like, it'd be like, God, JTE broke up with him and his girl broke up. No, give him the real doll for now. I got a real girl, so I don't need the real doll.
The Brotherhood of the Traveling Doll?
Yeah,
Real doll?
Brotherhood of the Traveling Real Doll.
Okay.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
I'd watch that in a fucking heartbeat.
All right, number 2 is, to me, the best movie,
But what about
down.
Sisterhood and the Travelhood and Pants Part 2?
I was covered in both there. What happens in Part 2 that's different than Part 1?
Yeah, but I'm friends with the director, Sanaa Hamri.
Oh, there was a different director for Part 2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She directed it, and we went to the premiere.
Oh, you went to the premiere? Okay.
Prince is her best friend.
No way.
Yeah, 100%. So he came to the premiere.
Okay.
Just being great. Like, he's doing all Prince stuff, So there was a select few invited back to Prince's house later on that night.
Okay.
I was not one of them.
Okay.
But I convinced my boss, because there was no Uber back then, and he lived up in the hills. I'm like, just I'll designate a drive. You drink all you want, hang around Prince, whatever. He's like, all right, let's go. Was in there. She was like, did I invite you? I'm like, yeah, yeah. I think he did.
Yeah.
Like, you pointed at some people.
Yeah.
I thought you pointed at me. So she's like, all right, whatever. So I got a chance to see Prince, and I went to shake his hand, and all he went was like, he didn't shake my hand. He was like, hi. That's all he did, and like walked away.
He gave you like...
He gave me like a weird hi.
Like
hi.
Just put his hand up like, is he saying goodbye almost?
No, just maybe.
Yeah.
No, it was just like, hi. And like he put it down and left.
Where did he go?
Like into like some secret room.
So what's everyone else doing? Everyone's just like chilling in the living room?
Partying, dancing. Yeah. He played guitar like later on and stuff like that. It was fantastic. We were there till like 5 a.m.
I wonder if he's like so eccentric that he goes in his room, it locks like a panic room, and he just has monitors and he watches everyone else party.
I could see that happening.
Like
I could see that happening.
Almost like the movie Sliver.
I could see it happen. He came on with the guitar, and his light came on, and then he didn't even face the crowd. He just sat there and played a guitar. I think he played like Purple Rain and like
so he was playing music.
He played 2 songs. Said this is for Sanaa in our movie. Played it. and then just walked off, and nobody's seen him the rest of the night.
How many girls went with him?
I didn't see that. But there was a lot of women there, that's for sure.
But like every once in a while, a few would be missing.
I would think so. I mean, I don't know. I was drunk. I was supposed to be a designated driver. That didn't work out.
Okay, awesome. All right, so number 2, by far my favorite film on this whole list is The Town, directed by Ben Affleck. This is a great Boston heist movie.
Fantastic.
She plays like...
Just put Ben Affleck on the map.
Yeah, Gone Baby Gone was definitely the one that kind of got him attention. This is the one that...
But this one was like, holy shit, let's see this.
This dude could direct. She plays kind of like his trashy kind of like hookup, his
like a trailer park
bed
chick.
buddy.
Yeah,
it was like his bed buddy.
Let me sleep with you till I find a real girl.
Exactly. And obviously she wanted more, and he was just like, "Come on, you're not that to me."
She auditioned, and he thought she was from Boston. He was like,
really?
"Are you from Boston?" She's like, "No." Her accent was that good, he said.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And again, a supporting role, not a lot of meat to it. I thought she did fine, but was nothing like...
Yeah. I think
Fantastic.
that's when I thought she was going to be like, all right, maybe this is the new girl that's going to start throwing in a ton of movies, but it didn't work.
Well, let's talk about the next movie.
Well, I got this one. I want to talk about this one.
Okay, The Town?
John Hamm.
Yes, John Hamm, great. So
While
good movie.
struggling as an actor,
Okay.
used to set dress porn flicks.
No way, really?
Yep. He worked on a couple of movies. You want to know the names?
Go ahead.
Coogan's Muff, which was a parody of Clint Eastwood's Coogan's Bluff in 1968.
Okay, never heard of either of those.
Yeah. How Stella got her tube packed.
That's amazing.
And Ocean's 11 Inches. He set dressed all his movies. I'm not kidding.
Ocean's 11 Inches?
Yes, you could look it up.
Oh man, I thought Ocean's, when you were going to Ocean's, I thought it was gonna be like
No.
one girl, 11 guys.
No. Well, that's what who knows?
That's
what it
Ocean's
might have been.
13 or something.
What do you do when you're a
man.
set dresser on porn films? Be like, all right, get that plastic couch over there. Yeah, that's about it.
But they're not there while the actual shoot's going on.
Yeah, they are.
They're there while it's going on?
Oh, absolutely. That's a tough job.
That's tough, because I couldn't be in a room where people having sex and not want to have sex myself.
Nah, you just toss off to the side or something.
All right, let's move on to number 1. The Green Lantern, Warner Brothers. Again, this movie made $120 million, but that is not good for a big budget summer superhero film that's supposed to start the DC. It's kind of supposed to be the early start to the DC universe.
Yeah.
This is the forgotten movie. This movie is like, I don't want to say it's similar to the Incredible Hulk for Marvel, because that movie is kind of the forgotten child because Edward Norton left and all that. But this movie is nowhere close as good as that movie.
No. This is a terrible movie.
I saw us in theaters, and I didn't know what the hell I was watching. One minute it's trying to be like a kid's movie. The next moment it was like a horror movie. I'll never forget, in theater, there's 2 kids, like 6 years old. One point they're laughing, and then at one point they're crying and want to leave the theater because the tones were all over the place.
Was it Cobster and Cody?
That's Cobster and Cody. It was Cobster and Cody. But yeah, so horrible movie. Again, it's made the most on this list, but guess what? It's the biggest bomb of all these movies.
The only thing good about it, Ryan Reynolds. Well, here's the deal. Martin Campbell, the director.
Yes, great director too, by the way.
He's a good director. He wanted Bradley Cooper. But Bradley Cooper was hung up. Warner Brothers is like, he's hung over. He's doing hangovers.
He's doing hangovers.
We're making big money. So he wanted Justin Timberlake, all these other people. They just said like, hey, he's like, how are we doing on casting? Like, oh, we already casted Ryan Reynolds. He's like, what? He's like, I didn't say you could do that.
That's funny, because I will not blame Ryan Reynolds for this movie. I thought he was okay.
He said that Ryan Reynolds was publicly saying like, I had big trouble with director here. This guy made me do like 40 takes of things, critiquing every single little acting thing. He had a vendetta against him.
Really?
And basically, he's like, the only thing good to come out of this was me finding my wife. That was it.
Oh, Blake Lively, that's right.
That was it.
Yeah, so he just divorced Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I think it was. Who knows? Probably
not. And then
not.
Jumped to Blake Lively. What a 1-2 punch.
This guy's
good for Ryan Reynolds. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if I would leave Scarlett Johansson for Blake Lively. Don't get me wrong, Blake Lively is nothing to shy away from.
I heard she's a really, really nice girl. Blake
really?
Lively. Scarlett Johansson's a little tough to deal with.
Ah, okay. So maybe that explains it.
Somewhere, somebody is sick of banging Scarlett Johansson. Same thing with Halle Berry. Same thing with Salma Hayek, which is unbelievable.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that's true.
I like to think it's not either. Somewhere, somehow. That stuff does happen. Unfortunately.
Blasphemy. All right, guys. So that does it for our top 5.
Yeah.
Blake Lively movies. Hopefully, I don't know if she's attached to anything big coming up. I think she should stay in the indie route. Maybe work her way to a leading role.
Yeah, she's got a kid. Ryan Reynolds keeps doing movies. She'll be a stay-at-home wife.
She's fine.
She'll come back when she's 50, do like a Blindside 2, win an Oscar or something.
Blindside 2. All right, upcoming films. Listen.
I mean...
Listen, guys. Avengers 2. We could basically stop right there, but we do have a couple more movies we're going to mention.
Yeah.
But let's just touch on Avengers.
Yeah.
It's already breaking records internationally.
I mean, there's nothing more you can say about it.
The first film made, I think, $207 million opening weekend. Do you think that could pull this kind of money?
Domestically.
Keep in mind, by the way, that this weekend is not only the NFL draft, which will keep some guys home from going to see this movie.
Yes.
You also got the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight, the biggest fight in the past decade, easily.
Easily, maybe more.
So, and that's Saturday night. How many people is that going to pull from the Saturday night crowd?
Oh, me.
It's me too.
I mean, I will not go see this movie. I'm not going to see this movie, period.
Really? Why?
It's not my thing.
Oh, wow.
I don't like, it's not the explosion stuff. I'm waiting for Creed. I'm waiting for... I like movies like Ex Machina or Ex Machina. I mean, these are the kind of movies I like. Little like a guy who lives under like a subterranean building trying to play God, like, re-engineering or, Asian chicks that don't speak English. I mean, come on. Drinking his face off. This guy's the best.
All right, well, I will definitely be seeing this movie probably Thursday after the main show. I love all the movies before it. But I am going to see it Thursday night because I know there's so much stuff going on this weekend. Mm-hmm. But I am curious to see if it could hit that $207 million because of all the stuff that's going on this weekend.
I don't think so.
It's going to make its money regardless. So it doesn't. But Marvel would love to have that
3-day weekend,
number one weekend broken.
I'm going to say, well, we'll go into it later. What I'm going to say, but
okay, yeah, we'll even predict how much it's going to make.
Correct.
But that's something to think about, guys. A lot of going on this weekend, especially that Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going to be home Saturday night watching that fight. People who aren't even into boxing are going to watch that fight.
And the second round of basketball playoffs are starting. And there's a lot of things going on. Plus, it's summertime. Technically. Well, here it is.
Well, in LA it is. Sorry, New York and East Coast.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Avengers, Age of Ultron. Listen, it's going to make tons of money.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in depth more.
We'll be talking about it for about the next month, basically.
When the numbers come in, yes.
Yeah.
We're probably talking about it until Star Wars comes out.
Pretty much. Number 2 here, we got Welcome to Me, which is this new indie film starring Kristen Wiig. I saw the trailer for this a while ago. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, check it out. It's like Forrest Gump wins the lotto, but he's a girl. Does that make sense to you, Finstock? Have you seen this trailer?
Everything you say makes sense to me, man.
I mean, it's just like she plays this really kind of slow-witted girl. I don't want to say slow-witted. It's just,
she has a borderline personality disorder, but who don't?
Yeah, she's like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. She's just autistic almost.
Yeah.
And she wins this money, and what does she do with the money? Because she's eccentric, she makes her own TV show.
I love it.
It's almost like a Pee Wee Herman type show, but with her.
I mean, I'd do the same thing if I won the lottery. It's on my own network. Play Seinfeld reruns, Monster reruns,
what channel
play
would it be
Stallone movies. I play Prince and Guns N' Roses videos 24/7. I'll even give you your own show. I'd give you your own show. You can do whatever you want.
I can do my own show?
I'd have 4 shows.
Yeah.
I'd give Sarah a show too. Maybe running around wearing clothes that I've made for her.
Or like old school Jane Fonda workout videos.
Well, not, yeah. Well, maybe with more squats and stuff like that. No, I would design shirts and shorts for her to wear for a half hour.
Can we run the Rocky films? Every night from midnight to like 6 in the morning?
No, every weekend.
Every weekend?
The whole weekend.
The whole weekend's just Rocky movies, guys.
Yeah, and then mixed, and Wednesday night is Stallone movies other than Rocky.
Okay. Like Nighthawks,
yeah.
Lockup.
Paradise Alley.
Paradise Alley.
Fist,
yes.
Even the porn.
Italian Stallion.
Yeah. It'd be a great network. You guys want to kickstart me for my network?
Kickstart that network, please. Yeah. What would you call the network?
Probably the Finstock network, just because that works.
Yeah, I think we'd have to bring it for that. We'd bring it back.
Yeah.
All right, so the movie, I don't think it's gonna make any money.
No, of course not.
Kristen, it's gonna make.
It's like a skeleton twin thing. I
mean,
she's
even
good at this.
I wouldn't even give it that.
I just don't know why these movies don't get released wide. I mean, something like Bridesmaid. I guess it needs those characters
Avengers
in it.
is in 4,000 plus theaters. There's no theaters left to put them in.
There is no theaters. This is probably gonna be playing on the back wall in your house.
Probably will be. And then this last film I never heard about, but you mentioned it. What's it called again? Because I can't pronounce it.
Gerontophilia. Gerontophilia. Mark, do you know what that means?
No idea. I'll look it up.
Okay, yes, please. It's Geronto.
GNER.
Yeah.
OPHILILIA.
Yeah. It's basically this. It's a phobia of men with young boys liking older men, like really older men.
Young boys liking older men. Is this a documentary?
No, it's a real movie.
Okay.
So this guy gets a job at an old folks home.
Okay.
And falls in love with this older guy there. And I don't know if he's a homosexual or something.
Is anybody famous in this movie?
No, I think it's a French thing, but I just found it to be an interesting premise because I worked in a old folks home in back in New York.
I did too.
And there was just for 2 days.
Okay.
But there was some hot 60-year-old chicks running around.
I worked in a kitchen of a elderly home when I was in high school.
Wow, I wish we could have periscoped that. That would have been an amazing Periscope. I would have watched that.
It wasn't that great.
That's a TV show.
I was washing dishes and getting their food ready. That's all I did.
Doesn't make a difference. It's still great. Any word on general whatever?
Genoaerophobia?
Yes.
It's something from Latin. It's the fear of sexual intercourse, and then it's literally the fear of sexual intercourse with young people.
Wow.
It's just super literal.
So it's
fear of intimacy.
So it's a hyped up pedophilia or something.
Well,
But they added phobia, so it's serious.
That's true.
Word of the day, everybody.
Yeah, generotophilia.
Try to use it once in your day today.
Yeah.
If you could just, every day you learn a new word. Just
make sure you don't get punched in the face while saying it.
I don't think most people are going to understand what you're talking about, but...
It's going to be... I don't know about seeing this movie, but... Hey, to each his own. If the guy wants to go hang out with old dudes and have sex with them or whatever the fuck he's doing, and he can.
That's the way to go, I guess.
Yeah, I'm saying I would still go work in an old folks home. There's the older ladies there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably got some money hidden around. I don't know.
Right before they're on their way out, sit in that will.
Yeah, be that guy. Probably get an apartment over in Greenwich Village or something for $200 a month.
All right, guys. So that's basically it. Again, Avengers is the main thing. These are two films that are opening very limited release. The last one I never even heard of. But apparently it is coming out in
we
some
got to
theaters.
dig deep to find that.
That's down a road of internet I don't usually go down.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
But I understand.
Yeah.
Avengers: Age of Ultron. Well, speaking of that, let's just get into predictions and let's talk about how much these movies are actually going to make. So give me your top 5 and then I'll go.
I think you won. You won last week.
I did win.
Yes.
It was a weak win.
It was a weak win.
But I will take it.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Blart overperformed and threw everything off.
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm going to go Age of Adeline.
Okay.
I mean, look, it made 13. It's still the only cross marketing in that marketplace.
Yeah.
It's
the only chick flick out there.
Yeah, exactly. And they might see this thing. I don't know, maybe 5 million.
Okay. Yeah, everything's going down. Everything's gonna be around 5 million.
I think Home is going to be in there still.
You think number 4 is Home?
Yeah. Okay. I think it's still the only kid in the marketplace, kid movie in the marketplace, like young kid, younger than Blart, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd go with Blart after that.
Okay.
Probably around about. It'll drop off about 50%. It'll probably do 7.
All right.
Furious 7.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2, probably coming in about 8, 9, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe get double digits at 10, just because Age of Ultron is going to be so packed.
Yeah.
And you might not even get in.
Gotcha.
Furious might get the runoff.
Gotcha.
And obviously Avengers. I mean, I think you're going to see this at.
How much is it going to make?
I'm going to say $195 million.
Okay, 195. That's pretty close to what I was thinking. Let me go ahead.
I don't think it's going to bust to 200.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and say number 5 is Ex Machina. I think it was number 6 this weekend. I think it's getting a little bit of a bump because the adults that don't want to see Avengers are probably going to go see Ex Machina.
I did see this movie.
Yeah.
And I do not see that many movies.
Yeah. Number 4, Age of Adeline. Again, because it's counter programming.
So wait a minute.
The Home is out.
You didn't have Age of Adeline in your top 5 last week, and
well,
now it's in your top 4 this week.
Obviously, I was wrong.
Correct.
It was number 3. So number 3, I'm doing Paul Blart. I think, again, it's a family film.
Correct.
And I think Home's leaving the top 5 because of Avengers. Avengers is going to just wipe that out. Any little kid that wanted to see Home.
What's Avengers, PG-13?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyone, listen, parents take their kids to see those movies no matter what. So Home's gone. 3 will be Paul Blart. Number 2, Fast 7. Number 1, obviously Avengers. And I'm going to go right at 200 million.
Wow.
I think just a few million more than you. I think it's going to break that 200. Might be like 201 million. The reason why I'm not getting it.
I think of the weekend.
I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the weekend that was coming up, I would almost say 215 million.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's how much I would go with if there wasn't all this shit going on this weekend.
There's a lot of stuff going on in Vegas. I mean, Floyd Mayweather stands to make $100 million in this fight alone.
And everyone, like, people are just, I mean...
unbelievable amounts of money. Guy's got dragon and dinosaur eggs at his house now.
People who don't watch boxing are going to watch the fight. We're watching it at Mark Ellis's place. And, like, Alicia doesn't watch boxing, but she's coming to watch it.
It's a spectacle.
It's a spectacle. It's like the Super Bowl. People who don't like football go to watch
Seats are
Super Bowl.
$80,000 for, like, front row. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Stallone's
more than
got to be there, right?
He's going to be in there. He's gonna he's gonna come in the ring like Joe Frazier in Rocky 1.
Knock them both out.
I mean, why not?
Walk out the door.
He has the best. Clearly.
Oh man, so that's it. Honestly, sorry, Sarah couldn't give her predictions, but
she's not gonna win anyway.
Maybe we'll have her email us her predictions, so that way when
she's in Croatia.
Can emails even get out there?
Email some pictures of her in a bikini, and then we'll give it. That's all we need.
Okay. All right, guys. So that's it for our predictions. Let's take some phone calls. Mark, throw somebody on the line.
I seen Daredevil was great.
Oh, you like Daredevil? Daredevil was awesome.
The first 2 episodes.
Welcome to Box Office Breakdown. Who do we got?
Hi, this is Chris Osterman.
Oh, what's up,
Chris,
dude?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, did you get your package? You got your package, right?
Oh yeah, I got the J. Peterman catalog and
awesome. I think
the Prisoners Blu-ray.
That's right. We talked
oh, awesome, dude.
Fascinating.
You're slacking on the pictures, man. What's going on?
Oh no, man! I just hit a dry
what are you
spell
talking
lately,
about?
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
Okay. Going around and
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
what pictures are we talking about here?
Me and Chris have a little thing. He's
He sends you pictures?
Yeah, he sends you cool pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There'll be more to come. It's
throw me a couple there, Chris. I'd like to see some.
I'll shoot them over. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta have a little 3-way texting.
All right, Chris, do you want to give us your top 5 or do you have a question?
Yeah, I was going to do the top 5. I haven't done that in a little while, so I think I'd go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm writing this
see if I can get another J. Peterman catalog under my belt here.
Fall 2015.
I'm going to go number 5, Ex Machina. I want to say Ex Machina. Ex Machina.
Gotcha. I'm right there with
number 5.
Great movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. I've heard.
check it out.
Has been great on it, so I think it's definitely going to be in the top 5.
Check it out. It's erotic. The girl is really hot. She needs to do some squats though. I mean, she's hot, but
she's a robot.
Listen, if I'm gonna be an AI, I'm gonna make the chick have a big booty. Trust me.
Like Weird Science.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Number 4.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get that derriere in shape.
Absolutely.
Number 4, I'm going to go Paul Blart.
Wow, okay.
think that it's going to fall off a little bit just because, I mean, I just hope that people wise up and like, this is a pile of crap, and it drops down a little bit. But I think it'll still be in there. Number 3, I'm going to go Home because, like you said, it's the only real kid family type movie that's going to be in this.
Sure. Sure.
And then 2, of course, Furious 7. Number 1, of course, Age of Ultron.
Yeah, of course. What do you think? What do you think on Age of Ultron money-wise?
I was thinking around like 240, but with that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to bump it down to 210.
210, that's not bad.
It will take it away. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, if it does that, holy Jesus Christ, it's a lot of money.
So you think Age of Adeline's out this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be a close, maybe 6 or 7 on there.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I know it doesn't mean a whole lot, but I mean, it's one of those things that I don't know if it'll crack the top 5.
And I'll tell you something else. Ex Machina is getting a lot of more press right now. I saw like 4 commercials for it during the playoffs this weekend.
Yep. Absolutely.
So I think it's going to get a push.
It's transcendence done right.
All right, thanks, Chris. Any questions before you go?
No, sorry.
All right,
I didn't
that's awesome.
anything besides the top 5, honestly. And
cool,
yeah,
Chris.
I'll be I'll keep you posted on those pictures, JT.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them.
They're actually really good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much for calling in. Let's take another call. There we go. Welcome to Box Office Breakdown. Are you in a snowstorm? What's going on over there?
The static. Get rid of that guy, Mark.
He's got to go.
It's too much.
I think you were in Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Something's going on
some
there.
static electricity.
Welcome to Box Office Breakdown. Who do we got?
It's Dylan.
Yes.
Of course it is Dylan.
Hey, did you get your package?
I was just gonna say I just got it today.
Nice,
dude.
Perfect timing.
What was in it?
I had the joyful noise, which I'm pretty sure my girlfriend thought it was a joke.
Oh, really?
Somebody sent me that.
Okay.
And there was
and
then the catalog.
Oh, nice.
You could have got in trouble. He could have been like his online girlfriend sending you this.
Maybe. Well, I think it said like from Bob Finstock.
Oh, did okay. Well, that's good.
Well, no, I just want to make sure that people know that we're actually sending people stuff, and they're actually, when they win, they get stuff.
Totally. We fulfill our promises on this show.
Absolutely, we do. Now, Dylan always has really good questions. Do you got anything for us?
Yeah. What you got, Dylan?
Yeah. Obviously, there was a ton of trailers released over this past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You had Batman, Superman, Star Wars, Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, Tomorrowland. Which did you like the best, and which it just didn't really do it for you?
Interesting question. Jurassic Park, I'm getting more and more worried about the more I see the trailers. The first one I really
feels like
liked.
they're reaching.
The first one I really liked because it felt they brought in that nostalgia. They brought in the slow score of Jurassic Park. But the more I see this movie, the more I'm just the scenes and the clips. They seem bland to me almost. They don't seem to have that energy that Spielberg brings to a movie like this.
Everybody when they work around Spielberg rises to the occasion.
Yeah, it's like it's like when you got a great player on your team.
It's like playing with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Another movie that really worries me is Terminator Genesis. The more I see of that trailer,
smile in the trailer is so stupid.
It's horrible. But I will say I did go to the IMAX Batman v Superman screening.
Really?
Yeah, I did, because the reason why I went was because...
Do you have to pay for that?
No, it's free.
Okay.
The reason
I was saying you paid for that. You're crazy.
I went and I actually ran into some fans of Schmoeville.
Really?
I ran into Joe, and I ran into...
Joe Ruga.
Chris. I ran into Chris, not Joe Rouge. And the reason why I went is because we got a ticket to see the movie a week before it comes out at that same theater. So 9 months from now, I'll see it a week before everybody else.
Ooh.
The trailer, listen, I said this before. I'm afraid it's a little too Zack Snyder. I feel like with Man of Steel, Nolan's presence was felt, and he kind of brought back this Zack Snyder-ness a little bit. This one looks like Watchmen, Zack Snyder. And if that's the case, I didn't love Watchmen. I didn't hate it. I'm worried. It's unfiltered Snyder. But listen, Batman v Superman, I'm gonna be there day one. Obviously, a week before you and everybody else.
Maybe forever before me, because I don't know if I'll even see it.
And I will say, Fantastic Four, I've been uneven on. I thought the trailer was not bad. I didn't think it was horrible.
It's okay.
It was just okay. And I'll see it. It's in August. August is like that touchy part of the summer where a year could be really good or really bad.
Absolutely.
Like last year's Ninja Turtles was crap.
Ugh.
But they also had Guardians in August. It's kind of like where the so-so movies might come in, the ones you're not really sure about. So, but I like the director, I like the Chronicle, I like the cast. I'm willing to give it a shot. And the only other trailer I believe was Batman. I mean, Force Awakens. I mean, what can you say about that?
Yeah,
that thing could be.
Did you see the Tomorrowland trailer?
I did. It looks very fun. Brad Bird. I loved Ghost Protocol. I'm glad to see original film that's not a property. Yeah. Something that's just thought up of.
It's PG. It's going to be good.
Yeah. I think the action and the special effects look really good. That's one of those movies I think that it could be like the surprise of the summer.
I think so too. I mean, I'm just hyped up about one thing. I mean, I have a couple of guys at WonderCon who've seen
Creed.
And I haven't seen it yet. I can't wait till they put it out. And these guys were like, this looks fantastic.
That's Jeff Snyder, who does Meet the Movie Press, said the same thing.
Yeah,
here on the Popcorn Talk Network.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, we might do a live reaction Periscope when that trailer comes out.
We might have to.
I will do one.
Yeah.
When that trailer comes out, I will do the live Periscope.
They might be. Hopefully, we're not sitting under a glass table.
That is very inside. That is very inside. All right, guys. Thanks, Dylan, so much, man. You're always great with the questions. Again, trailers is a big part of box office.
Absolutely.
How good your trailers depends. I mean, look at 300. That movie was not really a property. It was based on a very small graphic novel.
Yep.
That trailer was so good. It made it a blockbuster.
Yeah, one of my best friends wrote it. He's still getting paid for it.
That's right. All right. Thanks so much for Dylan. We're going to take one more call, then we're going to call it a day.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to Box Office Breakdown. Who do we got?
Yeah, this is Brian from Miami.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
Miami, South Beach area?
Yeah, you going to see the Mets Marlins tonight?
I'm actually busy right now, studying for a final exam.
Oh, nice. That's way more important. Good job. What's up? Do you got a question for us?
Yeah, man. I got a question, and I just wanted to throw in a little something here, a little curveball for you guys.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, as far as the prediction goes for Avengers: Age of Ultron and the Pacquiao fight for this weekend, I think a lot of people are going to be focusing mainly on the Pacquiao fight than Avengers.
Agreed.
So I think it's going to drop down to like maybe 180, 190.
That low,
and then next week we're going to see an increase in box office.
Oh, so
I could agree with that. I mean, I had it at 195. I don't think it's going to crack 2. I think it's not going to take away like the previous caller said it was like 250 down to 2 whatever. That's crazy. I don't think it'll affect it that much, but it will affect it.
Are you saying the second weekend is going to be bigger than this weekend?
I definitely say that second weekend is going to be better than this weekend. I mean, honestly.
A movie does not open at 100. Usually when a movie opens at a 200 million or 190 million.
Well,
big drop off, even if it's a big movie.
Big movies like this.
Yeah.
It can never do that. Small movies like Ex Machina, you know, it opens in a couple of theaters. Yes, you'll get better.
Titanic. Titanic opened at like number 3 and then went to number 1 because it didn't have a huge opening.
Correct.
2, I agree with you.
Yeah, Blindside as well.
But listen, I understand NFL draft. That's like a religion to some people who watch football.
Of course.
They're going to be sitting home watching it. I think it's definitely going to hurt the box office this weekend. But I don't think it's going to hurt enough to make that many people. If it opened up at 100 million, which is not going to happen, then maybe I'd give you a shot for what you're saying.
Yes.
But I would bet the farm.
Half America would have to fall into the ocean for this to make 100 million. It's going to make $200 million.
It would have to be like that rock movie, San Andreas. The whole West Coast would just have to be dropped into the ocean.
I mean, hey, if you are right, that's a great prediction.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, if that did happen, Disney will be even more powerful than they already are.
Absolutely. If you were counting worldwide and China opened the week after, then you might be right. Like if domestic here, and then it opened in China.
Disney might start opening their own banks.
Who says they don't even have it already?
Bank of America, Wells Fargo. There's gonna be like Disney banks.
It's a big giant monopoly.
Because it's just they got so much money.
What was the other part of the question? Or the other?
The second question. Well, this is like the main question that I wanted to ask you guys.
Okay.
You know, and this is about like the movie trailers and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as though that we're going to be getting Star Wars in December, and we're going to be getting Batman versus Superman in March. I mean, which movie is going to be, you know, holding the number 1 spot in the box office for like weeks and weeks and all this stuff between Star Wars and Batman versus Superman?
Who's going to have more weeks at number 1? Is that kind of what you're asking?
And, I mean, longer weeks in the box office, and is also going to grab in, you know, a lot more audience's attention to seeing the movie.
Well, Star Wars,
also, you know. No, and also like box office wise.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, and this is something that Batman v Superman's doing. The summer season really kind of starts in April now. Fast 7 came out at the beginning of April, and now is basically the start of summer because it's been cleaning up. It's $1 billion worldwide. So Batman v Superman will have that month just to dominate.
Sure.
But mid-April, I'm not sure what's coming out. It might be a Marvel movie or something. But
there's probably something's
coming out next April that's gonna take Batman, pull some of that money away.
Yes.
Captain America 3.
Yes.
Captain America 3, which, bam, there you go.
Right.
Star Wars is going to have all of January, all of February, and until...
probably March.
Mid-March until Batman v Superman.
It's very interesting how they're doing it now.
Star Wars The Force Awakens might break the record for the most weeks at number 1.
It's definitely possible. Look, it's opening in December, and usually they don't open blockbusters like this in December. But there's a new way of thinking look at the Fast and Furious. Look at Furious 7. Look at American Sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the days, there was an understanding by studios and other things to put out your blockbusters in the summertime to give like these little art house theaters the January, the February, the March to recoup their money.
Well, January, February is definitely a garbage month too at times.
But it just gives these, gives the Taken 3 a chance to make some money rather than going up against like Age of Ultron. It's not going to work. Even no kind of cross marketing. You can't. There's no equations that equal up to this kind of stuff.
Great.
So basically, what you're saying is. Star Wars is going to make the ton of money until March, and when there's
Batman v Superman's like March 29th or something like that.
Star Wars will be on its last leg by that time.
Yeah,
I mean, or probably maybe out by then. I'm not really sure, depending how good it is.
Also, the Oscar films usually do very well, in like you were saying, in January, February, March, because the Oscars are coming up. But Star Wars is a whole different beast. No movie gets repeat viewing like Star Wars.
No, there's people like I said. There's people crying at the goddamn convention.
I saw Phantom Menace 4 times.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
And that movie's terrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah, imagine it's good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's nuts. Thanks for the call, dude. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. I wanted to go in on a point just for 1 second. What if word of mouth for Star Wars gets better than Batman versus Superman?
I think it's going to be better anyway.
Could it be something like that where it could be like Batman versus Superman in the box office for like #1 spot for like 2-3 weeks?
Word of
mouth keeps going for Star Wars. Maybe Star Wars can get back up to the #1 box office.
Listen, word of mouth definitely plays a key because if their movie's good, it's going to make more money. The properties alone will make it break records opening weekend because it's Batman v Superman. It's Star Wars. I do agree with you. I do think word of mouth will play a role. I think these movies, to a certain point, are the word of mouth doesn't hurt it for a while.
Of course.
Because curiosity will get you no matter what.
Well, yeah. Curiosity is going to get Star Wars another $250 million domestic. Star Wars has a legitimate shot, and I think it's the only legitimate shot to take out Avatar.
Oh, really? For #1? I totally agree.
It's a possibility. I don't think anything else can do it. None of these superhero movies can do that. None. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, thanks so much. All right, guys.
Poof. Yeah, poof.
Poof. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Poof.
R.I.P. Poof. All right, guys. Well, that does it for another episode of Box Office Breakdown.
I think we held it down.
I think we held down pretty well. No Sarah Strand,
We might get Roxy Roker next week.
Oh, that's right. Sarah's not here next week either.
Yeah, she's still in Croatia.
Jeez.
I'm going to make that booty short for Roxy, too.
Say something different.
I'm going to cut it even shorter.
For her, okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Check all the other channels on other shows.
Absolutely.
On the Popcorn Talk Network. We got Meet the Movie Press, Guilty Movie Pleasures, Jedi Alliance is coming up.
Your JT Movie Things.
JT Movie Things. I have my own podcast.
Horror Flicks, the main show, of course.
Yeah. And check us out on iTunes. Do us a favor. Leave a comment. Give us a 5-star rating.
Yeah.
I think we deserved it today.
Yeah, I think we did. Let us know how we did without Sarah. I mean, obviously, we love her and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and we need the girl presence on the show so I could get up for the event.
Yeah, there's a way that we could send letters to Sarah, but I can't be giving her address out.
I sent the postcard to her already.
Okay. Finstock, where can they find? I'm sorry, they can find you at Bob Finstock.
At Bob Finstock, yes.
On Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah, and then whatever else, wherever you can find me. I'll be on Periscope soon, and I'm going to start.
You can start Periscoping?
Yeah, I'm going to start fixing cars and taking out the garbage and peeping in Roxy's window and stuff like that. That's gonna be a good time.
You just earned hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a real creep on Periscope, so follow me.
Can we just get a Peeping Tom Periscope?
It's pretty
Peeping Tom.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's exactly
done.
Peeping Tom.
Done deal.
Periscope.
Done deal.
Catch me on Periscope also at Schmoes JTE, on Twitter at Schmoes JTE. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Later.
Peace.
Poof. Just kidding.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.